What's going on, everyone? My name's Eric, and today we're going to be taking a look at the latest innovation in the tune-o-matic and stop-tailpiece designs for guitar bridges. We're going to be checking out the Steadfast Stopbar Pro. Let's open it up, and as you can see here, we have a screwdriver, and then we have this stop-tailpiece here that has a couple inserts. All right, here it is, all up and close. Now, as you can see here, this looks like a traditional stop-tailpiece. There's a couple differences here. As you can see, the back part is kind of arched. We then have the strings where you pop them through right there, and on the back, of course. We then have this top part here. Now, these are 6 individual adjustment pieces that are adjusted by the screwdriver that comes with this. And what these do is lock the strings down and improve tuning stability. Now, this stop tailpiece is actually lighter than your traditional stop tailpiece. This is made out of billet aluminum, which is much lighter than the traditional ones that are made out of zinc, which is a heavier and a cheaper metal. And you can change your strings and be in tune for longer within around 15 seconds. I actually saw this happen at NAMM, which is where I met this company, and they ended up doing a bunch of string changes for me, and the quickest time that I was able to time was roughly 15 seconds, and the guitar was fully in tune. And you know, when you actually put new strings on a guitar, whether it's a guitar that has a hardtail or like a floating bridge, you bend the strings just to stretch them out, and then the guitar goes out of tune, you retune it. That didn't happen with this bridge, so I am very curious to put this on a guitar and then restring it and obviously show you how to do it, and then just see the tuning stability and see what this is all about. I also want to give a huge shout out to Steadfast Bridges. We ended up meeting each other at NAMM, and we were chatting at the booth. We hung out for a little bit, got to know each other. They sent this bridge home with me, so huge shout out. Thank you guys so much, really appreciate it. This is the Pro model. They have a couple other options as well for bridge models and things like that. This one is finished in a matte black finish. You can also go to the custom shop and pretty much get any color you want. If you are getting a color like matte black or anything else pretty much under the sun, they're all going to be ceramic coated on that billet aluminum. So it's going to be lighter. It's going to be a very durable finish because ceramic coating is used in the automotive world, and pretty much you can get anything ceramic coated there and it's going to last a very long time. So I think we're in the same boat here. So with all that being said, let's throw this on the guitar, let's string it up, and let's see what this is all about. All right, so now we're going to install the Steadfast Stop-Tailpiece on this guitar. This can be installed on any sort of guitar that has a tune-o-matic and stop-tailpiece system. Next thing you do after taking the strings off, you're going to remove the stop-tailpiece. This one is locking, so there's actually these little inserts are right down here. You're going to make sure those are all the way out, so then you can actually move that tailpiece out just like that. Then going to install the bridge just like that. Next up, we're going to string the guitar. You can use any strings you want. I'm going to be using String Source strings as I do on all my guitars. Link in the bio if you want to grab a pair of these and a discount code as well. So now the way you install the strings on this is a little bit unconventional. We are going to restring from the headstock down. The next thing we're going to do is actually unlock all of these string locks right here. You're going to use the tool that Steadfast gives you from factory. Insert it like that, slide the string through, pull it tight. Then you're going to lock it down. And then you're going to repeat that process for every string on the guitar. Alright, so all the strings are on the guitar, and the next thing you're going to do is actually cut all of these strings. Now the back part of this tune-o-matic is actually angled and a little recessed, so you can actually get your needle nose pliers or your side cutters in there really tight, and you're not going to damage the bridge or the finish. Alright, so now we're going to tune the guitar up. Time for the most notorious string of all, the G string. That goes in tune pretty quick. That's pretty awesome. Okay, now I'm going to set this guitar up as I like it, and I'm going to see you for the next bit. Alright, now here's the Wild Audio Berserker with the Steadfast tune-o-matic stop-tail bridge. Down here you can see a couple of the strings are poking through. My side cutters have seen better days, so I couldn't get them super tight in here. But anyways, you're never going to notice the strings down here because you are playing up here, not all the way back here. And even if your hand is back here, like, I can't even feel the strings. They're pretty pretty in there, which is a nice thing if you have to get back there for any reason. The moving parts in here that lock the strings down, they move really nice. There's no like wear points, nothing was cross-threading, so that feels really good. Feels nice operating them. I will say the tuning stability does feel really solid on this guitar. Now, this guitar was kind of drifting at a couple times. Maybe I just had a bad set of strings and the strings might have just been bad from that particular set. Now, I have noticed after doing the giant Zach Wild bends, which is something I normally do to stretch my strings out, the guitar had a little bit of pitch drift, but it then came right back like right away, which is, again, a normal thing. So bend the strings super hard, out of tune, tune it up, bend it again, and this was fully in tune. That's something I've only seen like maybe on some guitars with locking tuners after you do it a couple times, but definitely not this quick. So that is a cool improvement. Now, I've seen it with my own eyes, and the owner of the company has strung up a guitar and got it up to tune within like 15 seconds, which is pretty impressive. I wasn't chasing that in today's video. I just wanted to give you an overview and walk you through how to actually install it, string it up, so I did take my time with it. But I do see how you can string the guitar up with the Steadfast bridge really fast and get it in tune. Really sweet design, but I'm not chasing speed numbers here. Now, restringing the guitar backwards might be a bit of a learning curve, but it's pretty easy. It's kind of like restringing a Floyd Rose for the most part. This is what the headstock looks like. The ball ends are basically wrapped around the string post, very tight like that. The only awkward thing is that 6th string, this is a 54. The windings at the back right by the ball, they were just a little bit too thick, so they weren't gonna fit through the actual like string post as best as they could. So that's kind of sticking out. That might happen to you, not too sure. Maybe it's just the particular string and the windings, but that is a thing. Looks a little odd, but you know, maybe it's just a talking point to see like, why is your guitar strung up like that when it's actually a hardtail? All right, so it's been a couple weeks since I've installed the Steadfast bridge on my Wild Audio guitar, and I've been able to live with it for a good amount of time, play with it, record with it, everything like that, and just see how well this bridge holds the tuning. And I gotta say, it holds the tuning really well, really reminds me of locking tuners. It's not like an Evertune where the guitar will never go out of tune. The guitar does go out of tune every now and then, as it normally would with locking tuners, but I will say the tuning stability has improved since the strings are being locked down right here. And I really think if you added some locking tuners on your guitar as well, you would really improve the overall tuning stability even more. If you don't want to do that, this is a really good option as well. I'm impressed with it. I like it. I think this is a really good option as well, especially if you're not really comfortable with unscrewing and replacing the tuners to locking tuners, and if you don't know which ones to get, you don't know the orientation. Sometimes that is a big pain. This is way easier, especially if you just have a tune-o-matic style bridge like we have on this guitar here. And if you want to add some tuning stability to your guitar, this is a really good option. The install is really easy. It feels like a really quality product. It's really solid from that billet aluminum that it's made with, and yeah, tuning stability is great on it. It really reminds me of having locking tuners, except much easier to install if you have a tune-o-matic style bridge. All thoughts and opinions down below on the Steadfast Stop-Tailpiece right here. Again, cool product. Thanks again for sending me home with this. I really appreciate it, and I'm looking forward to seeing what you come up with next. If you like this video and other guitar-related topics, make sure you hit subscribe on your way out, and if you are a returning subscriber, make sure you hit the bell so you don't miss a single video that I upload. Thanks for checking this out, and I'll see you next time.